Well, it's time for all of us to get creative with our meals using whatever we can find in our kitchens, but I know I need some help. So that's why I'm turning to Michelle from All Recipes for some helpful tips. So hi Michelle, tell us, what can we find on allrecipes.com?
There are thousands of recipes for nearly every ingredient and recipe on allrecipes.com, and all the recipes are submitted and rated by home cooks, so you know that they're going to be easy and you know you're going to be able to make them. And since the pandemic started, we've been checking out what people have been cooking at home, since so many of us are trying to cook with things that we already have, and we've seen a huge increase in recipes for canned beans.
So what would you say are some creative dishes that we can try out that include canned beans?
So homemade black bean veggie burgers are a great cheap alternative to frozen veggie patties, although those are great too if you don't want to cook. The great thing about this recipe is you can make a big batch of the burger mix and then you can freeze it, and then you can actually cook them right from frozen. So you could cook them in a pan or on the grill, and the recipe just uses the beans plus a little bit of binder like breadcrumbs, or some people substituted rolled oats. And then this is a great recipe to use as a base for the flavors that you love. So you could use taco seasoning, or you could use different spices or hot sauce that you like, just to kind of make the flavor your own. Another recipe idea is authentic Louisiana red beans and rice. This recipe is really cool because it actually uses dried beans, and if you have canned beans, you could use those too, just cut down the bean cooking time, but it really brings a lot of great flavor to the dish with the dried beans. And so one of the things that you could serve it with, they suggested, which is very traditional, is cornbread and sweet tea, which sounds pretty good to me. And this is a great meal to make at the beginning of the week, and then it gets better every day.
Something else that sounds delicious is this black bean and corn quesadilla recipe. How do we make this?
These are delicious and they're really easy. You really even could probably just whip them up quickly for lunch if you're working at home. This recipe, you just combine the black beans, the corn, some salsa, and just make a mixture for the quesadilla, and then just put them in the tortillas with your cheese. You could just fry them up in a pan with some oil, or you can make a big batch and just bake them in the oven, but they're really great and would reheat really well too.
So Michelle, where can we go to get all of those specifics about some of those dishes you mentioned?
You can go to allrecipes.com and you'll see the full recipes there, and you can add your own ratings and reviews or photos if you make the dish at home, and if you have a recipe you'd like other people to try, you can submit that for the site as well.
Well, thank you so much, Michelle, for breaking it all down for us. I cannot wait to try out some of those recipes. They all sound delicious. Don't forget to go to allrecipes.com to find more.